one, I didn't want to say anything, but the glove bust on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, you can see the padding coming out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be wrong, but I'm like, I look like the glove. Oh.
If you make a mistake, you gotta pay. Terence Crawford, David Avenesyan, Glovegate 3.0. We gotta talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, you know the moment has arrived. Mr. Limitless is back. The unfathomable has just happened. Now, the picture you're seeing on the screen, these are Terence Crawford's gloves after the fight, right? Brand new leaked pictures, and that was his last fight in Omaha against David Avenesyan. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you guys the information, but before I go any further, I got to do a PSA. When I post these things and when I keep it all the way solid like only I can do, then you got to just accept that and embrace that because I'm the king of consistency. Terence Crawford was reported to be working with Daniel Kinahan. So was Tyson Fury. That was his advisor, right? And I got a question to you. How come Tyson Fury has a glove gate, but Terence Crawford doesn't, when both of his gloves by round 6 appear to be defective and nothing is done about it? And that's what I want to explore in this video. So again, if you make a mistake, you got to pay. Now, some people, I just laid out the foundation of what a lot of this video is going to be about, right? The thing is this. When I'm saying the same things that I was saying about Tyson Fury, keeping the rules all the way consistent, keeping and upholding the integrity of boxing, people was like cheering, you know? There's a lot of people, oh yeah, give it to Fury, he cheated Wilder, yeah, right? But then when it's a fighter that you like Terence Crawford, all of a sudden, those same rules are not upheld. Now, some of the same people, they don't care about fairness. They don't care about equality. They don't care about righteousness. All that's out the window because the guy you went for or the guy you connect with, that, you know, the shoe was on the other foot and it applied to them. But here on my channel, you know, we don't play those type of games. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And in the 6th round, Terence Crawford, it came to the attention of the ref who, you know, credit to the ref, called out that the gloves were defective, right? Crawford was sent to the corner and the commission looked absolutely clueless. They were clueless. The Nebraska commission was clueless. They just sat there and just looked and basically waved the fight on, said, oh, well, you know, we'll sort it out later. But unfortunately for David Avenesyan, there was no later. Terence Crawford seemed to, you know, as to not exacerbate the problem or make it worse, he really started putting his foot on the gas and he started upping the pace and tempo and he brutally knocks out David Avenesyan in the same round. So to me, I think the timing was bad. Now, I know what the haters are saying. I know the haters go say, oh, but David Avenesyan, he never stood a chance. But I'm way ahead of you. So for starters, I didn't pick Terence Crawford to lose this fight under any circumstances. I didn't even want to see the David Avocado fight like that. But again, it is not about your personal opinion. If we have rules that are in place for certain fighters, then guess what? God dang it. That rule got to apply to everybody. Everybody got to feel it, you know? So it's not about if David Avenesyan would have survived or would he got knocked out anyway. If you are a stickler for the truth and you care about the rules, then keep it all the way consistent. As they say, keep that same energy. But I notice I seem to be the last of a dying breed and keeping it all the way funky with you guys, right? I keep the same energy. Tyson Fury, when he had these weirdo gloves in the Christian Hammer fight, when Tyson Fury had these weirdo bendy gloves and the gloves looked defective and were not analyzed, were not investigated, were not switched out, whatever, I reported about it. And here's the kicker. A lot of other people talked about it too. The headlines read, Tyson Fury cheats Wilder, Glovegate, 1, Glovegate 2.0. But I'm noticing a difference. All of a sudden, the energy has changed when Terence Crawford's name comes into the picture. Some of the same fans, reporters, individuals, entities, whatever, that had something to say about Tyson Fury, all of a sudden people don't have nothing to say about Terence Crawford. But again, rules are rules. Either we're going to allow gloves that are clearly devoid and the padding's busted or leaking padding or whatever the situation, or devoid of pad, whatever. But that's what you got to stand on. But what you're not going to do is come to my channel and tell me I'm not keeping it consistent. I called out Tyson Fury. You know, all the cheats in boxing, all the time when people fail drug tests, the energy's been the same. What you got to do as fans is collectively look at that and wonder why others aren't talking about this, why this Crawford situation with the gloves doesn't seem to be making the same rounds as Tyson Fury. And they both had the same advisor, at least at a point in time, Daniel Kinahan, and we know the background there. And even as a man, like, I can only speak on behalf of being a man, but even as a man, for me, if you tell me that, hey, I don't care about rules, I don't care about fairness, I don't care, I'm gonna switch the rules and I'm gonna be a hypocrite, then I at least can respect your honesty and that being the case. But people can't say, oh, I'm keeping it all the way solid, but then don't keep it all the way solid. And, you know, people can't claim to be the great ego Stradamus and the truth speaker and truth seeker and then not keep the rules all the way official, but then have opinions on, you know, only when certain people, like, you only got a problem if Conor Benn fails a drug test, somebody from the UK, but then a USA fighter like Gerald Big Baby Miller failed a drug test and you're okay with that. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You can't have it both ways. You got to pick and choose and decide, like Nipsey Hussle said. Pick a side, got to keep it there. Switching up, niggas, look where. Pick a side, got to keep it there. So either we're going to address the issues fully or, you know, people shouldn't address the issues at all, because it can't just be for UK fighters or Tyson Fury or white fighter but not for a black fighter, or black fighter but not for white fighter. I mean, this is exactly what I fought against with old media. You know, old media, they put so-and-so on the pound for pound list, and then a black American fighter, they don't show him the same love, like when Jermell Charlo becomes undisputed, like when Devin Haney does something good. So this is basically almost like the opposite of what old media does if we don't address it across the board. And again, I've never seen a situation where someone's glove halfway through the fight, both gloves are busted out. I mean, these are Everlast gloves. What is that saying? So is the Everlast craftsmanship not up to par? I mean, we have big punchers like Wilder, big punchers like Gervonta, big punchers like Artur Beterbiev and Benavidez, and none of them are connected to Kinahan, to my knowledge, and this has never happened. So why does this just keep happening to people who have a relationship with Kinahan? Now, the deck is also stacked against David Avenesyan. You got to Omaha the week of the fight, so you didn't really have proper time to acclimate. And again, I don't think he was going to win regardless, but this is why people weren't really feeling the fight, because they felt it was a cherry pick. Look at the guy he was scheduled to fight in November, and then look at Terence Crawford. That tells you everything you know. This was not a desired fight, because you're going from that guy who was undefeated, but he was super domestic level, to an elite level fighter like Terence Crawford. So again, David Avocado, the deck was stacked against him from the beginning. You're fighting at home. You didn't come with proper time to acclimate. You're not the A side, you're the B side. The crowd's against you. And then now on top of that, Nebraska Commission sees there's something defective with the glove. They're supposed to have backup pairs of gloves, right? And an inexperienced commission, comparatively speaking to Nevada, California, New York, they don't allow stuff because people, like places like New York, they've been sued for fighters who have been maimed in the ring, like Magomed Abdusalamov in New York, right? Because it happened on the commission watch. But that's why you give hometown advantage and you go fight in the UK, and then Dillian White fails a drug test and they don't tell Oscar Rivas, and all this type of weird stuff happens. Like, that's why you don't give home court advantage up. Now Crawford had all the advantages, being the better fighter, more elite fighter, hometown crowd. He's not having to travel and leave. He's comfortable. He gets to train at his gym, etc. And then on top of that, we have this issue with the gloves. His gloves are clearly something's wrong or defective padding's coming out of it. They spot it, stop the fight, and then say, oh, well, and then allow David Avenesyan to just get chopped up, and Crawford steps on the gas and brutally knocks him out in a way that he hasn't been knocked out, like KO'd flat, head bouncing off the canvas. What does that say about the fighter's lifestyle? And again, what does that say about a lot of the same fans and the same people who had a problem when Tyson Fury had the Glovegate situation, and everyone examines that, but then no one wants to examine why it went on and wasn't discussed or switched out in the Terence Crawford fight, you know? So to me, that's bogus, and that's not how boxing should run. And that's for anything. Like, I mean, you tell me a time where someone had pro gloves on at a high level fight that was on pay-per-view, and then the padding was coming out halfway through the competition. And keep in mind, I thought Terence Crawford was very economical with his punches. He was landing some sharp shots, but he wasn't throwing like David Benavidez combinations. He was like educated and taking his time, and the fight was quasi-competitive to that point. So it wasn't like, why are the gloves so worn and broken down? And Crawford, you know, I mean, look at his punch count. Go to CompuBox and find out his punch count. But it wasn't a career high or anything like that. Like Jared Anderson at heavyweight threw 100 punches in the first round trying to get Jerry Forrest out of there. Career, you know, these are like career highs. Or like Chris Arreola and Adam Kalnacki, they threw career high levels of punches, and that's at heavyweight. Crawford wasn't throwing that punches like that 100 plus per round. So why are his gloves all battered and beat up by round 6? And then again, you got to ask yourself the question, why is it just allowed to continue when there's clearly something wrong? I mean, what if there's more contact, more knuckle, more anything? I mean, there's rules, and the commission outlines that. How is this not a conversation piece? And again, finally, you can't say nothing about me about not keeping it real and consistent when I gave Fury the business, and I'm posing the same questions for Terence Crawford, both who have Kinahan connections, right? And it don't matter if they had Kinahan connections or not. This is just rules are rules. What's the point of rules if we just break the rules? Like, that's like the speed limit being 65 miles per hour, but only for black people. That you wouldn't be good with that. So why would we be good with it in boxing? Man, stop playing. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.